everyone, I'm LadyLazyPup and welcome back to another speed build here on my channel. We are going a little spookier this time by creating the Bates Motel from Psycho. Yeah, it's a bit of a scary one. If you haven't seen it, it's about a woman who's running away and ends up at the Bates Motel where nefarious activities start to happen. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the motel up here in the front. We're going to actually have the Bates house in the back. And then because I had like a little area extra like left over, I kind of wanted to make this like swamp area where he hides the cars of his victims. I was like, that could be a really great spot to hide the cars of the victims. So what I'm doing here right now is I'm trying to get the hotel to have this look of separate buildings that are connected that are on different levels, because the roofing has this like neat look where it kind of like pops up on the top and then it shifts down a little bit and they're connected that way. And I really wanted to get that look, and I figured using the actual like level stuff that we get in the game, we could definitely get that effect so that when you're even going down the little steps out front, there's you actually have to go down steps to get to the next levels and get to those rooms. So I built it up. I made it like the higher wall height. I put levels for each of the rooms, and then I dropped the entire building down further so that the building on the right, the far building, right, that's not actually connected to the rest of it, that one's a little bit more like level with the ground. That's kind of what I wanted. So there's actually kind of a slope going up to the left where the office is for Norman. I really liked this. I was excited about this because I was thinking about this for the longest time, right? And the whole reason I did this, and I might as well just pop this in here, is that for my podcast, Shelf Life, the podcast, we actually covered Psycho. And while we were watching the movie, while we were talking about it, I was just like, oh, it'd be kind of fun to make this in The Sims. So here we are, of course, right? So I was thinking about it for a long time about, okay, how would I actually get this to work, right? I can't obviously do like 12 rooms because it would just be like too much going on. So I shrunk it down to, I believe, 9. I think it's 5 and then 4 in the separate building. And so I was like, that'll work out really well. And I'm like, and it needs to be on a massive lot so I can actually have the Bates house in the back. So I was like thinking about this so long, and I'm like, okay, this could be an apartment, and this could be a getaway with like the new pack. This could be a business opportunity. I mean, you don't have to run it like a serial murderer is owning it, but you could. You could have some fun with it that way, right? You can play The Sims however you want, and if you want to play Norman Bates and the Bates No Motel, I'm giving you the opportunity to do so, right? So of course we're working on the first room here, and I was trying to get the layout right. I kind of wish I could go on those half squares. Sometimes I just want to be able to put a wall in that half square and I think it would be perfect. But I like the layout we end up going with. I almost did it where there was going to be a space in between, but then I ended up making it that little bit bigger, that one square wider. I just kept worrying. I'm like, is it going to be too big? But I think actually for them to navigate through and work with, it's actually not too big of a size for a hotel room, right? And I actually make the bathroom larger, but I was actually trying to get that perspective of when you look into the room, the shower is right there with the curtain. Obviously nothing else is in there. Nothing else would be in there, right? Because this isn't actually Psycho. But I digress. I liked the size of having it the 3x3 because then there was a little bit of extra space between like all of the pieces in that room as well. I thought that it works out. It works out to be a good size, and I could reflect it into the next room. I can just kind of like drop and paste it into each room, and it would actually work with as like a really good size. Now, I did make a couple of the other rooms more of like doubles, where you'd have 2 double beds, In those, I did shrink the bathroom, but it's like, I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense with how the layout works. You'll have a little bit of extra space to walk around in the room. You still get the same amenities, right? You still get a tub and a shower. It's not just turned into a shower, toilet, and sink. It just kind of shifts the way the bathroom is laid out in those doubles. So what you do get a mix of singles and doubles with this. You could technically have like 4 Sims staying in one room. I think that would be plausible. I was actually really excited too because I liked the doors with the peepholes on them. I thought those actually worked really well for the rooms. I only wish they came in red because like the movie is in black and white, right? So you don't really get to see the color of the building and everything, but the actual building they used was more of like a yellow and they had red doors. So I was actually trying to get that piece, that vibe going in my game. But and like obviously unfortunately that one didn't come in red, so I did give Norman in the main office a red door, and I thought that one worked really nicely. I felt like it fit well. It had those yellow accents to it too, because that's what I wanted to do, was make sure to bring in those colors. So now you can see on the top here I also added layers to give it that look of changing height as well here. The roofing doesn't change. Well, like I should say the ceiling. The ceiling doesn't change, and you can't just drop a roof on top of a platform. But you can kind of finagle it, and you can see that's what I'm doing here, where I'm taking the walls. I'm raising it up so that it stays at the level that I have not the foundation. I guess I'm raising the foundation so that the top of the ceiling matches where I put that level, and then get rid of the building, slide on over to that part of the building, and it works out really well. So I did that with each size so that it would kind of give us that look of the interconnecting roofing. That's what I really wanted. I thought that would give it way more of a dynamic look. It makes it look way more interesting, because otherwise it's going to be really flat in this game, right? If we didn't have any of the levels, it would just be 2 lines, 2 roofs, very blah. I was like, I need it to be way more interesting in The Sims. I need to figure out ways to add some details that very simply, right? I think that was it might not be that simple. A lot of the time during this build too, I had to redo the roof a couple of times. One, if I changed levels or anything, or if I was doing anything that might have accidentally deleted the roof, I had to redo the roof a couple of times, it's neither here nor there. That's one of those deletion things that happens while you're building, right? Now the new pack actually had some really nice wood that I thought was perfect, and I really liked that what is that called? The side piece on the foundation. I really liked that. I thought it looked really, really nice there for everything to look good. Now they also had a really nice yellow. I liked this yellow, right? But I didn't have one for when I put the levels in. They have like the level siding that you can put in. There wasn't a good yellow for that. So I did go with more of this beigey yellow, and I feel like it actually works for a motel like this. I feel like it works and it looks really nice. We have the yellow doors, we have the one red door, and then we end up putting some red accents on the windows as well, so it's not just like a plain white window. I think that actually helps it. I think it does just kind of give it those pops of little color for it to work. The funnier thing would be if I went with like a total black and white build. I didn't bother with any color. I just went with black and white, and I tried to make it look grayscale the whole way. That would have been so weird, but also kind of fun. I wouldn't doubt it. So now here out front, I added one of those pieces from Debug that adds like the little mound of grass, because what I wanted to put there, and you'll see later, what I want to put there is the sign, right? I want the motel sign with the vacancy piece. I thought that would be really fun, but I kind of thought of this entire area as, this is the parking lot. This is where the parking lot would go, and because I want it to fit in that world, I didn't want it to fully touch the edge, so I was going to try to make it a little softer there, to kind of look like, oh, you're driving into it. Then there's also this place on the side by the office where it's just kind of like a little gravel area too, and then it has this little stair step that goes up the hill to where the Bates house is. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of making layers into the land, so when I put the steps in, it like snaps to those places, and I can kind of make a little stair step area here. It technically would be like a full stair on like an angle. I can't do angles. I really wish you could do angles with the stairs in this game, because sometimes I figured that would work a little bit better. Even inside of the Bates Motel, like the Bates Motel, the Bates house, I was almost like, ooh, what if I put the Bates house on an angle? Because then you could really see the front a little bit better. But then I was like, I can't, because the stairs have to be in a very specific place, and it's not going to work if I put it on an angle. So I had to have it kind of to the side. I was debating on having it front or side, and I think the side works out better. Just so you can kind of see the side, you can kind of see the front a little bit. I think that works the way we have it set up here. But I do have it up on this hillside so that, you know, it kind of like looms over the motel, just like in the movie. Of course, the shape of the house, I just kind of like went, yep, there's the shape, boom, plopped it in. It's a very simple shape, right? It's a rectangle with bump outs on the sides. I think the more fun part, and the part that actually kind of gives it the look from the movie, is the roofing on the top. And, you know, you just kind of play around with that. You can get that to work out really easily. But, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Great. And see, it's like, so I used these pieces to kind of lift it on either side. And I was going to try to make it where we could have an attic space up here. So I was going to try to make them as tall as another wall. There we go. Words. I was going to try to make it as high as the walls, but it became like too much, and I really wanted that front spot to be taller than the back, so I made sure to lower those down, kept the other one high up, and then we went with levels again. So we just kind of like brought those pieces up to the height of the roofing, and I feel like that kind of was perfect for it. It gave it a really like nice flat look on the top, and it look really dynamic with how the roofing was set up. See, it just wasn't long enough. I really wish it was tall enough that I could do it. Just to have that small attic space upstairs would have been kind of cool, but no, I digress. The one thing, and you're gonna probably see this in like a little bit, like a minute or two or whatever, I couldn't get the fencing to work on it, and maybe we can try that later, but I could not get the fencing to work on the top with the levels, and I really thought you could actually have the levels and the fencing, and it works on the front, but not on the back part, and I still don't get it. I don't understand, but it's fine. So now I'm trying to figure out the coloring, and I'm trying to figure out how to get all of that to work. I want to make sure that the fencing matches the wood tone, matches the brick, because it's a very just kind of spooky, gray, kind of falling apart house, right? It's not being super well maintained and taken care of. It's kind of falling apart, and it's a little sad looking. It is actually spooky and scary. But I liked the wood tones that came with the new pack, because I thought that actually worked really well with everything here. And then, of course, like, oh, I loved these pillars. These were great. The columns were great because they had just enough detail to give it that, like, spooky Victorian fancy vibe without getting, like, too fancy, without getting too nice looking, because it looks kind of just like, oh, it's like old wood. And I was like, that's great. That's exactly what I want. Thank you. So we have our little space out front here, and I had to do the same idea with the roofing up top, right? But there is just like a little balcony space right there. I'm still debating on making that actually usable. If I do, I'll have to fix the roofing on that one piece that kind of curls out on the bottom, because I really like that little detail of that piece right there. Because then otherwise the roofing kind of like folds through on that little balcony space. So I don't know, maybe we'll make that usable, but I'm not sure. The werewolf siding, perfect. It felt so perfect. It gave that creepy dilapidated look that I was looking for. And then we actually had nice shingles that just look a little bit more wear and tear, worn for on the top. I was like, this is great. We're getting it. So we have a little bit of that brown coming through. We have all that gray and all of that coming together here. And the rooms, I was trying to figure out, like, okay, how am I going to get these rooms to work? I think the rooms just kind of line up with how the house is shaped. We'll do the inside of the house later, but right now what I'm doing a lot of is mainly outside stuff and just getting the layout down. I did this all on my live stream. If you want to see it, I'll make sure to link to that so you can watch this whole thing in real time if you'd prefer. Or if you'd like to also enjoy that, feel free, get over there, enjoy it. But otherwise, we're going to do the second half together here in the YouTube channel. And the YouTube side of things, right? I just was having a blast putting this together on stream and chit-chatting about, scary stuff. And of course I had like the frickin' design of having the scary sound. Yes, they kept doing that to me. But it was, it's good. It's great. So I did also just kind of put the fence around the swamp area over there because it popped up because I was looking at different fences. So you could see that's where I'm shaping it. I'm like, that's where it's going to be. It's going to be fun. I never know what to put on the top of the roofs. I never know because I really wanted to like have like a good look there. But then I was like, but I don't want it to look too like nice and pristine. And I didn't want it to be too dark, but I didn't want it to be too light. So I kind of just went with this. I think it works. I think it works well for this house. And we did end up getting, like I was telling you before, there's like the pokey, sharper looking fencing around that, at least the peak top, which I'm excited about because that needed to work because I think it just kind of adds to the detailing of it. So now we're actually inside. We're just putting down the stairwell, and I did add in just the basic of okay, this is a basement. We're going to have a basement, but I need it to kind of be the right shape so it, it feels like the one in the movie. I think we could definitely do that. That'll be easy. Get that rocking chair in the corner and put a light bulb. Yeah, that's kind of all we need. Some shelving, a creepy rocking chair in a corner, and a light bulb. That's it. You kind of understand it. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, it's one of those things that we talked about, which is like, it feels like it's just in the zeitgeist. It's one of those things that you kind of just absorb into pop culture. So if you don't know the twist of it and you want to see it, go have fun. There's a couple twists and turns in that one I think is really interesting and fun. Go listen to the podcast and see what we had to say about it. But you know what? It could be a really fun one to experience. Right now I'm trying to figure out windows. I was so happy with the rounded window that was the perfect dormer to put up top. That made me so happy for this house. I thought that was great. But I did really want the arched windows. So I was going through the entire catalog going, okay, what arched windows do we have? What looks too pretty? What doesn't fit? Like, I was like, I gotta figure out something. And a lot of like these, I was like, okay, this could work. But I did want it to look a little bit more simple. So I was like, okay, do the Magic Realm ones work? But I mean, like, they're so open, they don't have any of the lines in them. And then I was like, oh, the base game has some. Simple, easy. Thank you, base game. So those worked for at least like the 3 windows up top and the ones that are going to be by the door. But I really liked this other window. I was just like, that has to go everywhere. It's so perfect. It has like the lines through it. It's got the arch. Yeah, the coloring was great. So that just goes literally everywhere, and it makes me happy. Now back to the motel. Gotta go back to the motel and figure out what I want at least this first room to look like, right? This is the main room. This is the space that you're in with our main character of Psycho, right? So we gotta go in here and see what we want it to look like. It actually was perfect. I liked this floral wallpaper, and I was like, oh, I really wish I could use this one, but it has that wood on the bottom. Well, we're lifted up because of the levels. So because we're lifted up, you don't see the wood. I was like, that's perfect. The full wallpaper wall back there just to have like a feature wall of the wallpaper, and then we ended up with like just like a nice plain color on the sides. I tried that shower first because it was like that's the one that has a curtain. I want a curtain. I don't want it to be a door. It has to be a curtain. And I really liked the creamy tiles on the bottom, but I was like, maybe it does just need to be the white. But then I was like, well, then there's this one. It's like close enough, right? It's kind of like a best of both worlds, baby. So we did with like the white small squares up top, and then we have the ones on the bottom that are on the diagonal. I feel like that actually works out. I wish so much and so hard that that shower had more neutrals. Cause why doesn't it? Why doesn't it? I really want the inside of it to have like that plain porcelain, like white color. I want like just plain curtains. But it's very colorful. But you know what? It worked. I'm like, screw it. This is what I'm putting in there. I liked that one. I thought that one actually fits the best as our famous shower scene. And inside of the actual room, I didn't want to go too crazy with a lot of furniture, but I liked the idea of this like open closet area where you could hang up clothing. You have the couple dressers, the side tables, like the chair in the corner, of course, and then the mirror on the wall by the door. So it's like the very simplistic rooms, but it should be. It's just a hotel room. You're not going to get a ton of amenities inside of it. It's just a basic go here, stay here, shower, bathroom, sleep. It's kind of the whole idea. And then I remembered the feathers. I was so happy about this. I think this was the most exciting thing for me while I was streaming, and I remembered that there were the feathers from the cats and dogs pack where if you put them on the wall it shows the bird and the feather. And one of the things we know about Norman is he's super into taxidermy and mostly with birds, and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect because we can have the birds on the wall. We're like by the doors. I'm like, so I put 2 different birds in every single room. And my plan is to put so many birds into his office space. I was like, that was the most exciting moment. I don't know why, but, well, I do know why, because it's the taxidermy birds and the Bates Motel. For the curtains, I have a plain curtain, and then I layered it with a sheer. I thought that was kind of like a nice touch, because I saw these, and I was like, oh, these actually have the plaid on them, and I was really excited. Why doesn't it come with just the top piece? Am I crazy and I couldn't find it? Because I searched for it, like, through the catalog of, like, with the new pack on. I was like, I don't see it. I did not see it. I could not find the piece that's supposed to go up there to, like, connect the curtains. I was so frustrated by it. Because I was like, I was going to use it, and then because that wasn't there, I said, screw it. I don't want those curtains anymore, even though they're perfect and they have the plaid on them. We'll just go plain, and we'll get them all to work in each room. So just a couple extra details in the bathroom. I figured you get those robes, you get towels. I did like the idea of having the look like used towels. And that corner space, I was like, if I just put a wall there, it could be where like utilities are, pipes go through there, etc., etc. I think that actually kind of works out nicely. So very plain on this. And you'll see I have those saucer lights right now. We do change those because I want the rooms to feel a lot warmer, a lot more like dark and like this. That's what I wanted, right? So we get rid of those saucer lights, and I do put just like lamps everywhere. And I do put like a sconce in the bathroom just to give it that warmer feeling, where it's a little bit dingier. Like I don't want it to be too dingy. I don't want it to be too dark. But it's, I didn't want it to be so light and bright. Like you have these crazy, like modern lights inside of that room. That's not going to work out. Oh, I did forget. There's also the pressings, the flower pressings. I thought those were actually perfect pictures for inside of here too. So I'm putting those on the one wall side. And if I had space around the window, that's where I really wanted it to go. But I'm going to put it above the beds. So the beds are going to have these pressed flowers, and they're also going to have the feathers with the birds, and those are going to be the art pieces in each of these. So I really liked that, and I did change like the dimness of the lighting just to change it up. So that's what our basic look of our rooms are. What I did, and I'll show you guys this in a little bit, I changed up each room so it had a little bit of different color and style to it. Not too much of a different style. It's probably the same style, florals and old. But I did try to change like the coloring just to make them a little bit more unique and fun, especially for in-game gameplay. I figured that's way more interesting to have differences in the rooms. I think that's a lot more fun. So we changed the columns as you saw on the front of there, and then I realized I forgot to put a door on the house. So we quickly came back here and we were looking at different doors for this, and I was struggling because I was like, it needs to be nice and wide. I feel like it has to have that kind of worn look to it, and I wanted there to be an arch. So I was looking through every single one of these doors, and I let my stream help me decide. And of course, they went with the one with the skull on it. So we used that one. It does look really good. I do like it. It's kind of like, we're paying homage, is that the word I want? I don't know. We're showing, little skulls on there as this represents the Bates Motel. It represents a serial killer. It's a scary movie. It's a horror movie. Yes. There you go. And then I was going through and just putting some little details here. I have a little sign out front. I have a little sign above the door that I thought was nice. And this is where I was looking for a sign to put out front as the motel sign with the vacancy, right? So I was thinking, okay, well, if I take this and I put it on the telephone pole, we can kind of fake it. And that's what I was planning on doing if I didn't find any other signs. So we just kept scrolling through debug and live edit just to see, okay, what do we got? So during this whole thing too, I'm like picking stuff out and I'm putting it to the side like, oh, I could use this here. Oh, I could put this in the back. Because in the back of the motel in Psycho, it feels like a junkyard. There's just a bunch of junk in the back for some reason. Like there was like some broken stuff and piles of wood, and I was like, oh, these actually will work out really nicely. And then we found the sign and I was just like, yes, this is so good. So we have our sign. It's in Simlish. It looks perfect. I'm very happy. It's probably a little too fancy, or like I want, you want like the little sign that actually you can turn it on and it'll say vacancy, but it's not gonna be perfect. This felt pretty close to it. I was very pleased with how that ended up looking here. So now I'm just going through it. I'm just like, okay, what else can I find? I swear, I was literally just going through here like, there's some fun stuff in here that we can find to use. So I end up just kind of throwing that all in the back, and we'll reorganize it just so it kind of looks like, controlled chaos of junk, of course. And I did want to get some cars. So we did find a couple broken cars, and I used the toy cars, sized them up, and I kind of put them next to the broken car to get the sizing right so that it would actually work with the sim, and if they were going to drive that car, you could see it. So I put two cars out front, a truck and a car, just in case you want to pretend that they actually drove up and are staying there, or if you want to put them in the swamp and hide the evidence, that's also totally fine. I think that works. This side area, I figured we might as well make it usable, so I put a little picnic spot. We have a grill over there, a little seating. I figure we'll add some like bushes and plants there to just like zhuzh it up and make it look nicer than what it is. It's one of those things where I feel like I want to make it look really nice, but it's like in a way where it's not nice because it's a rundown, creepy motel on the side of the road. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it looks nice, but in a bad way, in a good way. You get it. You understand. So I also found parking space pieces here, so I put those across the side, and I was kind of like, oh shoot, like I don't want everything to be floating, so we did have to kind of do a little extra adjustments to this here, so I may have to smooth that out a little bit later, but I do like that we have all of these spaces in for, anybody who's deciding to check in. It's good. We have 7 spaces, 9 rooms, 7 spaces, so you might have to park on the road, I don't know. Maybe Norman will give you another spot that you can park, Just gotta be nice. He's a nice guy, you know. It's not at all unnerving to speak to that guy. No, not at all. So I'm just right now trying to blend in the gravel to the land a little bit. And I was even saying like, oh, if we kind of get that like yellowy dirt, it feels like it works here. If you don't know, the movie is it's kind of in like what, south of California, because she goes from Arizona, like Phoenix, Arizona, to South California, and I believe that's where the Bates Motel is supposed to be located. So I was like, okay, if I can get like that land to kind of work out well here, that'll be good. Okay, so we have caught up. I talked for a very long time. But we're back in, and I'm gonna kind of show you around. We are in Gibby Point, by the way. So we are in Gibby Point. We're in like the biggest lot in the back area, which I thought was kind of perfect for this because it's off the beaten path. I mean, the waterfalls might be a little too nice, but I was just like, this is gonna work out for what we need. And I have already kind of gone through and gotten some extra pieces from Debug and put some bushes and stuff around. I got some stuff that I thought would work really well for our swamp area, a couple trees in the back, nothing too crazy. Now on the inside here of the actual hotel, we did kind of, I already did go through each room and kind of make it a little bit more unique for each space, so they have a little bit of like different coloring going on, different spacing, so you can see how like the double bed has the one table in the middle, and that the bathroom ends up being a 2x3 instead of a 3x3. I think that was actually kind of like a nice like subtle change, just so that we can fit in different types of bedrooms for us here. So I did put in, oh, how many did I put? So I changed 1, 2, 3 of them into 2 double beds, and then the rest of them are singles, which I think works really nicely for this. And I always made sure that we had like a nice print for the back wall of the bed area, and it's all like just different spaces and different colors for those locations. And like the only other things I really changed was the wood tones. That's about it. So they're all pretty much the same. They each have their own little birds. I think the only thing I really need to add in here is some more pressed flower pictures above the beds. So I'll probably end up doing that, and I'll put those in there. But I like how this look. I also did put a vending, or 2 vending machines out front here, because there was like a big blank wall. And I was just like, what am I going to do with this blank wall? So I put in 2 vending machines. It might not be, you know, movie accurate, but I feel like it helps. It looks nice. It's something that I think could be there. So it's good for gameplay. I like it for gameplay. I also found tons of stuff for inside of the office. So we'll have to design how this office is going to look. And look at the beautiful keys for behind the desk. I was so excited about those keys. So I think we found like a lot of good stuff that'll work here. I was really trying to see if these bushes and things would, you know, hide some of the steps up, which I think is really nice. I put in a handrail for the actual staircase. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. Otherwise, we could just add in like a little fencing around it to kind of like just keep it sectioned off, which I think that could work. That could work. I did nothing to the house yet, so the house is still empty, but we do have everything kind of laid out where we want things. You know, I'm thinking like living space, study maybe, or dining. We're probably gonna need a dining room. I think the kitchen was in the back. This is just like that main space here. It goes down to a basement, so we'll probably have to create like a couple rooms here to go into just for like storage and creepy things. And then upstairs, we're gonna have Norma's room on the left, which is Norman's mother. Norman's on the right. This technically is like the staircase that goes up to the attic, so I don't know what we'll do with this. Maybe we'll still kind of call it that, or just make that another storage area and then a bathroom. And then I was thinking like out front here, like I was saying in earlier, we might remove this piece of the roofing to make it an actual, you know, balcony. Otherwise, you know, it's like a little fake balcony. I think that's fine, and we'll just have this being like a little seating area, maybe for reading or whatnot, right? One thing I feel like I do need to do is put a mannequin right in front of this window. So yeah, we'll do that. All right, so here are the actual flower pressings. Oh, these are going to be so fun. Look, the owl. Oh my God, that's so cute. Yeah, that can go into Norman's office. Yeah. Yeah. Anything that is shaped like a bird needs to be in his office. But we'll put a couple of these above the beds, and I think it'll look really nice. So they'll each have their own flowers. So I think we'll start in the office. Because I'm thinking what we need, right, is a table. We'll have to do the walls, and then just kind of like make a little sitting area back here with like a little couch and, you know, tables. I can't obviously do a peephole, but we'll just pretend it's behind one of these images back here because I think that'll look really good. I'm kind of thinking if we do like a full counter, that kind of, you know, works out. I don't want it to take up, like, well, I mean, it is just a space for, you know, check-ins, right? So maybe it is okay if this does take up, like, most of the space here. Would it be better if we used this one, though, so it has more of, like, that wood? Ooh, I kind of like that, yeah. I was gonna use the really plain one, but I was like, oh, but the wood. That's the best. I mean, in the game, you know, too, it's not going to be used the same way, so we could kind of just have some fun with it to make it look nice. It doesn't have to be... Oh, that's so dark. I don't know if that's too dark. But it doesn't have to be usable, because it really won't be, unless, I mean, I guess if you do make this more of like a business where they can come and do things. Just not really sure what they'd end up doing. I kind of liked the black, but I don't know if it's like too dark. I feel like it has to be a bit more ugh. I don't, is it too yellow? Do we make the office yellow? It feels like too much. Maybe it needs to be more inviting, like a light blue. That feels right. Again, the thing is that the movie was in black and white, so I'm gonna try to pull up some pictures, and then hopefully I can kind of figure out or determine if it just has like any, you know, features that we could utilize for it. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put like a little shelf on this wall. I think that would look nice too. Just kind of have that go across here. And then this is where, you know, you grab the key. I don't know, I feel like I need a sign or something up top. Maybe I'll have to find something that could work there. It's looking a little skinny, but I think we can deal. Or maybe we just shrink these down. Yeah, that's better. Much better. I want like a weird, like little fancy lamp. Like, do I want a Tiffany lamp over here? I feel like I'm gonna end up putting the Tiffany lamp in the house, but like even here, I feel like I could use something like that. I figure it needs to kind of look antique-y. Or this could be kind of cool. You know what? I kind of like this one. What if we went a little different? Almost like a table lamp, but also like a little like cool and industrial. I don't know if they would really be using a quill, but I kind of like the idea of having a quill there. Maybe we'll put some books in the back here. Definitely. Ooh, we do need a phone. Definitely need a phone in here. Because it feels like something that they would have just like on the front desk. I'm wondering if that should be more over here by this light. I put a mirror there to kind of like give that illusion that you can kind of get when you put a mirror on the wall. Make it look a little bigger. Oh, and then we definitely need a sign-in book. For people that come in, they need to be able to sign in and check in. Hugely important, honestly. And I think I'm just gonna add a little, like, thing of mail or something here. Do you think, like, the stationery or, like, the mail would look kind of nice, just to give it a little bit extra clutter? Maybe I'll put a little bench over here. See, I couldn't tell if I really wanted this phone. I might put this phone in here. So you can either take the phone there or you can take it there. I think that's good. And I actually had these fans I thought would be kind of nice. I don't know, I just feel like this kind of a place would need some fans to keep it a little cooler, so I'm thinking like this front office space might have a fan here on the wall and maybe some stuff going around town, you know, things of that nature they can put on a little bulletin board. And I might even put a bench here on the side too, kind of like a little seating so you can wait. There we go. I think that actually looks really perfect. I kind of like it. You know, very simple, but it gives that illusion of just like a nice little front office area to come check in. I still think I need a sign here. I could just grab this one out front and put it here, right? Or is that like too much? I think it kind of works. I wish it wasn't so glowy. I don't think I can change the glow on it though. There. I think that actually looks better. Kind of like brought it all together. I'm still debating on the wallpaper, or the walls in general. I don't know if they need more of a textured look. I may have to go with something a little bit more textured. Ooh, this green. Is that too much? Might be too much. Actually, I kind of like that one. That looks nice. Unfortunately, in The Sims, we don't have a lot of taxidermy, so I do kind of have to work with what I'm given and use a lot of these, like, statues and things to kind of give that a illusion to his taxidermy stuff. The biggest one that we do have that is kind of taxidermy is the owl. Because you collect the feathers, you make the owl. It's the best thing I can do here. But we'll use this stuff to kind of just clutter up this entire space. Yeah, see, I wanted to make sure that the walls felt pretty cluttered. Because, of course, over here, we have the sneaky thing that Norman likes to do because he's gross and weird and creepy. Gotta remember, this guy's a weird person, so... yes, weird things have happened here. It's just how it goes. I like having all of these crows and stuff, too. I think that's kind of good. And the cow plant head, so perfect. Alright, so we just need a couch over here. I feel like he has a plain-looking couch. I keep looking at these two, but I don't know if I like them. Trying to figure out what would work, because I wanted to have that, like, nice rounded couch look. Kind of comfortable. No, that's awful. I guess even, like, this could work. We could give him, like, a nice colored couch. Like, something like this could be kind of nice. Where if we go with, like, a brown? I feel like he would have, like, a brown couch. I don't know. It kind of makes sense. We'll put a couch there, we'll put, like, a coffee table, and then we'll have to have, like, seating, or, like, maybe we could have, like, a desk up against this wall. I don't even know what's up against that wall, if we really get to see it, but I'm gonna work with what I know. Yeah, I think it's, like, a small writing desk. I even brought up the movie now. I can't help myself. I'm getting way too into this. Ooh, what if we did, like, this? That feels like an old-school writing desk. I kind of like that. Like a good color for it though, like a dark color. That's actually really nice. I really do want this house though, because to me it looks kind of Bates house, the Bates home. Why does that sound really weird? Bates family home, I guess, is what I want to go with. I kind of want the owl over here as like a joke, like, oh, I can see through the wall. Just to be like a weirdo. So maybe I'll put that over here too. It's just like it's back there, you know. Move one of those pictures and you can look back there. But then we'll have the house here. I think that's actually kind of perfect. I think this is one of the spooky ones too that move. I don't remember. We'll have to find out. I've readjusted again because I think that the window is just on that one wall, and then we could put these here. We'll have to have some more birds and stuff everywhere, some candles and things. I like that this one has a bird on it. Can I use that one? I was going to use a Tiffany lamp, but now I think I have to use that. Ooh, these candles are so perfect. Yes. We'll put these all over the dang place. I might just put 2 chairs in here, because he sits over here when he talks to her. But I keep thinking, like, oh, it'd be kind of nice to have, like, 2 chairs. Maybe one for the actual, like, little desk space. Maybe it wouldn't be a rolling chair, though. Part of me is kind of thinking it'd be more like just a 4-legged chair, very simple. Am I going to be able to find the right wood tone, though, to match this? Probably not. Actually, this kind of works. I like that it's, like, padded. Like a bit of that leather. I kind of put that leather seat out here, too, so I feel like that works. I wonder if this needs to be against this wall, though, then. Like that. It might be... I think that's better. I feel like that flows a little bit better and nicer. We could put something over here, maybe a plant or something. On the floor. Yeah, I think that looks good. This can go here. Alright, so now I'm gonna put kind of a bunch of the objects in. I'm just going to clutter the hell out of the place, and hopefully it looks good. I'm like trying to find a good picture that I could put on the desk to be like, oh, he puts his mother's picture there type of thing, because I thought that'd be kind of fun. Gotta see if I can't find anything, but I'm liking how this is turning out so far. I'm putting like a little drink canister there. Let's see. We could do the gnome. What if we put the mushroom lady? Does that... I feel like she's too sexy. This would cause an issue for Norman, but you know, maybe that's the point. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff now. I definitely put in a lot of different animals is what I was trying to go for. I like that this picture actually gets to be on this like main wall here. We have our window, a little seating area for, you know, having guests for snacks if they're hungry, like a nice sandwich. I feel like this wall needs something now. Should this be over here? No, I like it over here, but this wall's missing something. Maybe a mirror. Could have like another mirror on this wall. I don't know why, but like thinking about it that way, I'm like, oh, are mirrors a bit ominous? I feel like they can be, you know? It's a little odd, but I feel like it kind of works. And I might put a small table here by the door too, almost like a drop it table. This one kind of works. This feels really big though. A lot of these are round. I don't really want a round table. Maybe we'll do this one. And we can change the color. So that matches more stuff in the room. I mean, this is the one we're using in like all of the rooms. Maybe that kind of works out because then it kind of brings them in a little bit more cohesive. Little drop table. We can add our chicken to this one, or rooster, I should say, and then maybe just some doodad. Yeah, I think that adds a lot to it. So then we have our nice space here. Super cluttered, but I think that's kind of perfect. That's what we're going for. Lots of birds, lots of animals and things on the wall. I can't do all the taxidermy, so I think we got it. I think we got it, though. I think that looks really good. So I kind of also put some of this stuff just kind of laying about. I have this little path in the back, but I figured it's mostly used by Norman, you know, get some firewood, check the water, check the electrical box, and all of that good stuff. We have some extra garbage over here with some grass that's kind of, you know, just started to grow through. I feel like that kind of works. It's just enough to give it that look of just junk has been thrown about. I'm almost kind of thinking back here, we're just gonna want to kind of place a lot of these trees. Maybe we'll oh my gosh, I forgot that one was huge. We'll multiply them a little bit just so that we can, you know, get it all to fit well. I don't want it to look too manicured. Which is always kind of a problem, right? Because it's just like, oh, well, you want it to kind of be like it's going to be usable, but you also don't really want it to be usable. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into, you know, a bit of a lake, kind of make it feel a little bit marshy, and then use these plants to just make it look a little bit messier around the sides. I guess I should have probably put the water in already. Maybe, but I think we can actually get this to work without having to do that yet. And then I like this with like the grasses and stuff. We could have like the fallen tree maybe like here. And then of course I'm going to add in the cars. So once we have that water, that's going to look really cool with the car kind of like sinking into it. Yeah, that's going to look wonderful. This one doesn't really have a gate for it, huh? Well, I guess we could just put this one on there. I think that works. It doesn't look perfect, but I like it. There we go. You do the darker one. I think that kind of blends in. And I kind of like having all these bushes together. I wonder if I can get this to work. I want it to kind of just hide this area. You know, I don't want it to be like, oh, this is somewhere to go. It's more like, no, this is just kind of like a gross, you know, area that's just, it is what it is. We let it kind of be. And then we'll have it just kind of overgrown. We'll put these mushrooms around. I think this is going to look really fun. Alright, I'm going to try to do this. Put in some terrain here. We're just going to lower it in a couple areas just slightly. Because I don't want them to, you know, actually do much with this space. Other than make it look wet and swampy. Ooh, yes! I feel like that's already kind of getting the look I want. Do we want it to be super deep? No, I feel like that depth is kind of perfect. No, go down. Ah, shoot. Actually, you know what? Good. Maybe if I remove the water and then put the car further down on this side. I don't want it to be super seeable. Here, go down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now if I put the water in. Ooh, okay, that gives the illusion. That's what I want. We'll make this look really, yeah, put all like the stuff here. We could have it be mossy. I think the mossy looks better than leafy. I want it to look, you know, kind of dirty. Expect like lots of bugs and mosquitoes and frogs. You know, all that good stuff over here. And we'll even put in where like the bugs are here. So we'll have some like tadpoles by the lily pads. I think that'll look good. And then we'll have a bunch of mosquitoes just about the place. And then maybe even some lightning bugs just to give it that ambiance. And of course ducks. I feel like ducks would be over here, right? Eating those bugs. And just for good measure, alligator. Just get a gator over here. We'll see if that's too much, but, you know, I like having all of these little pieces. It looks dumb in build mode, because it's just like, oh, look at all those squares. But it's going to look really good in live mode. I think that'll do it. It feels like a lot, but I think that's perfect, because you want it to look like a place where you can hide a car, and nobody's ever going to find it. So we have our little swamp area complete over here. I liked this tree for out front. I know it's a little flat, but I kind of like it. I feel like it works. Alright, we'll put a little bit of terrain paint here. I kind of want to like soften this even more. If I use this one, I kind of like that. I feel like that works. Kind of makes it look like some of the grass is starting to invade this area here. Makes it a bit mucky, right? Alright, so we have over here like a little area for birds. I think that's great. A nice spot to cook out and sit. I guess it's time to actually go to the main house. I've been kind of avoiding it because I feel like it's going to be a lot, but I think we can do this, right? So I'm putting these bushes around here because I think they look really nice. I don't know, I liked these. I liked these a lot. Can't I shrink them? What's going on? Can I not shrink anything right now? Oh, that's working. Okay. There we go. But I just felt like in a couple areas it kind of gives it like that nice look. Like it's just being a little bit, you know, overrun. Oh, I need rocks back here. I didn't put any rocks. I love rocks. I'm adding a couple flowers just to make it feel a little bit more inviting. I don't know how inviting I really want this to feel, considering, but I thought it would be a nice touch, you know, just to have some flowers around. There we go. All right, we're going inside of the house now, and what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like looking to see what or how we're going to want to section off these areas. It's probably not going to be perfect, only because we don't really see most of the house. So I'm just going to try to emulate something interesting and make it look fun. I think is going to be my idea. Do what I can, right? But I'm guessing, like, you know, some nice hardwood in here throughout the house. And then lots of, like, floral wallpapers and things and archways. So I think we can get this to work. Harvey, stop with the licking. I feel like this front room, we get to see most of it in, like, a way, because it is kind of like the entrance to the house. You know, we get to see the entrance a lot. But it's just kind of like one of those fancy things. You have, like, the runner carpet. You're going to have just, like, a bunch of little doodads to make it look a little nicer and fancy. It's not too crazy. The biggest part is, like, we have the stairs go up and you have the stairs that go down. I feel like this is actually kind of working out. If we use, like, the darker colors too. We've got the fancy wallpaper. You kind of just have those little details. I'm kind of even thinking here, what if we put, like, a bookcase or something? Just to kind of hide that gap, because I don't really want that there. So I put something like this here that kind of hides the gap of the staircase, right? I think that kind of works. We need it to be a darker one, though. I like that this one is pretty thin but tall. That's perfect. Maybe this is like too much of a red, so I might have to darken this guy up a little bit, which I think is fine. This was like, I'm like literally watching it now while I build it, because I'm just like, okay, now I'm gonna have to rewatch the movie while I build so I can get the right tone, the right colors, see if they give me any other details that can help. Okay, so far so good, I think. So I'll put a couple pictures on the walls. Nothing too crazy. It's like a little overwhelming at this point with how much is in the game. I like want to get the right thing and I'm like looking for it and I'm like, oh, what's gonna work for over here? I want those pictures that look a little older and a little more dated. This one's even like really nice. Put this one back here. Maybe that's Norma. I mean, it's Lady Mimsy, but still. I feel like that might be enough just for this hallway. Because I don't want to go too crazy with it. But I kind of like the idea that it's just like, yeah, this is the front hall, so it has like enough going on in here. I think I just need like a little statue to put on some, like the top of this. Ooh, like a bust. Let's put a bust up there. I like that it's a woman's bust too. I feel like that's very fitting, you know. So we can have this kind of come up stairs here. Oh boy. And we'll add some more lighting so I can actually see what I'm doing. We'll probably change up the lighting too at the end, but for now, you know, I feel like I have to kind of do it this way. I might keep this section open so you can get into the bathroom over here, because I hate having the door there, but I'm thinking if we kind of have the bathroom here, then this space kind of feels more useful in a sense. Harvey, stop. And then I'm kind of thinking just to open up this space here too, which is like an archway. I don't know what that space is. I guess just sit there. I have no idea right now. We'll get there. The doors in the house I do feel like have to be a little bit fancier. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Yeah, I think we'll go with this as like the doorway to different rooms. I don't know if this would be a doorway or like an arch. I guess we can do the doorway for now. Also, I don't really have a way of getting into this space, so I may need to move this over, and we can always add in a door on this side, too. I feel like that works. Oh, wait, I want the other one. Where is that? With the boy's face. There we go. Okay. This will be our Norman. I don't know if that's creepy or not, but I think it works. I just wanted to have pictures kind of coming up the hallway. Like this. I don't know if I like this one, but I think we can make that work. But this way, it's kind of like you go up the stairs, you have like those pictures on the wall. I mean, hey, heck, hey. I mean, hey, if you do actually have your family come here, you know, or if you own this place and you're like having them work it or whatever, you have a nice place to stay, right? That's a good thing. Okay, I feel like I've just readjusted the entire house because I made it a little bit longer. Because what I'm thinking is that we do need a door. I feel like there needs to be a doorway here. I could just have it like a closed door. Maybe we have like double doors that go both into this room and this, so you can get in through the back or the front. I kind of like that, but I guess it wouldn't really make sense on this side since I have all that stuff there. We'll just leave it the way it is, but I kind of like that this door comes into here. Maybe this is more of the living space. I feel like I want this open to the downstairs. I was trying to figure out where Norman's door should be. I think I might just make it across from his mother's. And then over here, we could just make this whole area open to the downstairs. I'm wondering if that's better. So we can kind of have this come back more, but I'm almost thinking now it should be like open and then we can put like a big old chandelier. I don't know if I can do this with the... Dang it. I might have to play around with the... I really didn't want to have to. I really liked how my roofing looked. Now I'm going to have to redo it. I hate that it pokes in. Like, there's no reason for it to poke in like that. Like, come on. Really? Why are you going to do this to me? Or maybe we could have it even come up this far. I don't know, I really like the idea of having this a bit more open and then putting in like a chandelier. Okay, so I'm readjusting these so that they kind of have that same look I originally had. I think we've kind of got it, which is great. It's a little different, but I think it works. It gives that same look that I want, that has that little like flippy part in the end here. So you just need to get the trim, and then I can say ta-da, right? What trim did I use up here? Uh-oh. Oh, it's this one, right? Nope. Nope. I swore it was this one, but now I don't know anymore. Oh, God. Oh, no, it's this one? Aha! It's this one. There we go. Yeah, see, I think that actually kind of works. Gives that same illusion. So, perfect. Now I don't have to worry about the... Oh. Well, I don't have to worry too much. I'm ignoring that. I'm just allowing it to happen at this point, because I like this. Okay, so we have our pictures coming up here. We have kind of like a little overlook area here. Maybe we'll put like a chair there or something, or just leave it empty. It looks like there's like just a bunch of fancy rugs put down like this. I kind of hate it. Oh God, I just deleted the whole thing. But I don't know if I like that. I mean, we could probably use these in like Norma's bedroom and stuff, because she's got like a fancier room. So we definitely could use like a really fancy rug in her room. Norman's room probably has like the weird... Here's a bunch of little rugs to try to warm up the place. Maybe I'll put that one back there by that. I don't know if this is just like, it looks too big. It fits perfect in this space. But I don't know, because it's like, oh, when it's like this small, it looks really silly. Maybe we could just put two together. I think that kind of works. It gives that same illusion that there's just a ton of rugs everywhere. I think I'll put this one in Norma's room. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe this one. This one actually looks better. Yeah, make it gross. Okay, so now these rooms are outrageously fancy, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do too crazy fancy. I mean, we could definitely try to get like some of this drapery. We can get like the wallpaper, maybe a really fancy bed. Let's see. I'm almost tempted to use like this in here, or like this one. But I think I kind of like this guy better. So I think we'll use that. She has a huge fireplace. Oh, I'm not upstairs. I thought I was upstairs. I really thought I was upstairs for a second. But she has a huge fireplace in her bedroom. So I'm gonna try to get that. Because it's kind of like, oh, I gotta keep the fire going because she's sick. She's a sick woman, etc., etc. I might move the door a little bit. It's so perfect right here, though, because that's where she comes out and just kills that man. But anyways, maybe I just need a smaller one. We could put this one in. That actually kind of works. So we'll have this guy here. Except I kind of like this one. It's just outrageous, but I think it's perfect to have in here. It looks like her window's actually over some, and then her bed is like right there. I kind of think she just has a carpeted bedroom. Like, it's probably a giant rug. But part of me is kind of thinking if we do a carpeting in here, it'll look better. Maybe we can even do like a green. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, and then we need a really fancy ornate bed. Oh my god. What if we just make her like a flipping vampire? I kind of think this works. Sadly, it kind of works. Oh my god. It's like too much. And that's why I have to do it. I wish there was a fancier bedding, but like with the dark wood. You know what? We'll just do it. We'll just do this. I think that works. It looks like we have... I think she's got like the old time, like, have a sink in your bedroom thing. But I think what we'll do is we'll give her a giant boudoir here. Maybe we can even do... We do need to get a mirror. And... Oh, it kind of looks like she might have like a chaise. Something even like this. I mean, I don't know. This might be too much, but maybe we could do... Oh, where's that? Oh, here, this one. This is what I'm thinking of. We could just do something like this and put it in her room. It's just like, I just need to sit. I definitely think a night, well, like a stand, like a makeup table or something like this, but not. Would these be better in here? No. I like what I did in there. I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it. I like it. I was kind of thinking that actually looks like the piece, but no. I don't want to change it. I think what we have in there is better. Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I could. I definitely could. I don't want to. I'm on the fence. I'm going to think about it. I'm probably not going to do anything about it. It's fine. Okay, so here's a little makeup table here. Like that. We'll need like a little cushion chair or something to sit on. Like, I don't want it to have a back. I literally don't want this to have a back. I just want it to be like a little poof. Maybe I could just put a little poof and say screw it. Because I could just do something like that. Like, it's not going to work. Like, you'd have to actually, if you want this to function right, you'll have to put something real there. But I like the idea of having a little poof to sit on. I think that works. And then, one, we need crazy curtains that are real fancy. So, like this even. Let's see. Ooh, or even these. They have to be super fancy. I'm kind of thinking just this. Fancy curtains. But what I was going to say is I need a mannequin. Yeah, I need a mannequin. I probably need one that, you know, I probably need to like dress her up, but I need a mannequin right in that window, just like that. It's kind of perfect. We'll make her look like an old woman. Hee. That's great. I'll move the bed over just a little bit more. I'm thinking I'll put this here. We'll put the mirror there. I'm kind of thinking I want to put this on like angle, but I don't know if that looks messy. I don't know. It's probably pinker in here for some reason. I'm like thinking it might be actually like pinker, but I don't really want a pink rug. We could do the blue rug. I like the green. I wish we had better carpeting. Because I want it to be fancy looking, but I also don't want it to be... Oh, wait. Oh my god. Wait, that actually might be perfect. Oh, gross, and I love it. Yeah, we're gonna use that. I mean, she's a bit of a vampire, so I think it works. I was gonna put a little table here. I was gonna put, like, a book or something on it. I don't know. Just like a nice little clutter piece that makes it kind of look lived in here. Actually, I like the idea of putting the jewelry there. I don't know why. I feel like that works, though. Kind of like she admires her own jewelry. Alright, so we just need some side tables. I can't put the impression into the... the bed, unfortunately, even though that would look so good and awful at the same time. And I think we just need some plants and lights, right? Maybe even some more stuff on the walls. And I'm thinking even these lights in here. Ooh, that just immediately gives it like that, ooh, tone. Good. Very good. I still want to put the Tiffany lamp in here. Where is that? One of those that just kind of looks a little older, but has some flair to it. You know, I like the idea that it has a little bit of something. Ooh, even like this. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Maybe that one. Add a little purple. I'm adding little touches of purple here and there. That's kind of works. I'm thinking like if I can get a flower or something over here, because I could get one of those pressed flowers and put it on this side too. That would be like kind of nice. Or just something like that. That actually works for me. This needs something. Maybe a bigger picture, but just like, again, if we could do like some florals or something interesting. Maybe even this. That works. Or maybe this one, because it's got like that countryside image. Yeah, that works for me. Some pictures and everything there. Oh, we don't know what's above the mantle. I think we need a chair. So we'll get a fancy chair. We'll put some stuff on the mantle. Maybe just like candelabra picture, whatever. I think that would work. Maybe more of like this. Do we have one that has like a blanket? But it's not like a cozy chair. I'm like, I want one that has like a blanket over it. Oh, maybe like this. It might be a little too tall, but I think that's perfect. I'll just have that one be also like a floral. It's got like that pinky purple and the yellow on it. There we go. Look at that. We're getting everything to match, kind of. In a everything clashes because I want to look rich and crazy sort of way. Oh, what if we put the tapestry above this? That's actually kind of neat. Yeah, I want that up there. A couple lights, which will be the candles. Let's see. I guess it could be like the same ones that I put down there, but I'm kind of thinking more of like a candelabra, like make it a little fancier, like this. Fantastic. I may need to tone down the brightness in here, though, at this this point. Maybe these have these are way dimmer. Just to kind of give the look of something fancy. I feel like I'm surprised I haven't dropped into a voice of Alfred Hitchcock. You know, you get that Alfred Hitchcock voice all of a sudden, you're just like, oh boy. I do like the idea of putting these up here. Or do they have like, oh no, they only have the one look, but I think that's fine. Oh, would this be better? Oh yeah, I kind of like that up here. I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put it, because I was just like, this looks great for this room. Actually, I love it up here. I think I want to keep that over here. I know she's got a couple pictures of them up there, but I think this works. So this is going to be Norma's room. It's awful, and I love it. Okay, so then we don't have a clue what the bathroom looks like, so don't worry about the bathroom. I'm just going to make a boring bathroom, and you guys don't have to see it. So what I'm taking from Norman's room is that it still needs to be somewhat childish. Because that's kind of the idea, is that he is a bit stuck being a child. So I'm wondering if we should just do like some beige with the cute wallpaper up top there. We're gonna want, let's see, lots of toys. Even a record player, so if we can get like a good record player. I guess we kind of have a couple. I might get the bigger one just to be a bit more fun. We'll get the big record player. Let's see, where is that? This one. Because he has a little record player that she finds and is playing, like, she checks out the music that he plays on there. So he definitely listens to his music there. He does not have a double bed. He just has a little bed in the corner. What do I want to use here? Because I don't want it to look comfy. I don't know. I'm even thinking something like this, where you can just put like the little drawers underneath. You could put some shelves on the wall that has like more of his toys in them. Or on them, I should say. Maybe the metal bed is better. Do we have an actual swatch that'll work? I suppose we can use the one with the red pillow. I feel like that's ominous, but I feel like that's fine. We want it to be ominous. Maybe we're gonna put like an old toy box in here. I feel like that works really well. Because it looks like it's fading and it has like the toys and stuff in it. Yeah, that looks great. He did have a bunny on his bed, so I'm gonna put this one. I know it's like a big old bunny, and I feel like they wouldn't have gotten him this big old bunny, but I'm going to give him this just because I think it looks good. I guess we could get him this one, but it's not like usable. So like I'm also trying to be good still and make this like a usable space. So I'm gonna put a couple of things on these shelves. They're a little less usable, but still cute for the build, obviously. Ooh, I love the idea of him just having, like, this train set and stuff. What if we put the bunny in this corner? And then I can kind of, like, put the train set in an area. Could just have him, like, on the ground, like it's being played with, maybe? And, like, put together. Even a little tugboat. You want a tugboat there, Norman? I'm gonna give you a tugboat. Oh, God. I don't have, like, a clown or anything I can give him. That would be kind of fun. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, you know, that there's no clowns in this. But I want it to look very childish. So I think this is actually working out really nicely. Because this is his childhood bedroom. Never was changed. Oh, I should put our taxidermy owl in here again. Because he loves his taxidermy. I feel like he would have that in here. So maybe I can do that, and maybe I can put like his I don't know, his coat on the wall. We'll have a couple more, like, adult things for in the room, but not too much. There we go. We could do that. Oh, I kind of want this on this wall, then. So everything's not just totally lined up. But I feel like that's better, right? I feel like this kind of works. Oh, boy. I've been at this for so long. I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying not to make it a super long video for you guys, but I was just like, oh, but I need to get this right. I want it to look really good so that it can be, like, really fun. You know, I don't want to rush it. That's my thing. I never want to rush anything. I always want to make it look really good. I have, like, a million things I have to do, including, you know, finishing the edit for Psycho. So if I can get this done, I'm gonna go finish that edit too. So I can't get enough, apparently. I'm gonna have Psycho after Psycho on this one. But by the time you guys are seeing this one, it should be out. And you should go get to enjoy it. Okay, I'm thinking we need another lamp or something in here. There's just like no light. It's a bit awful. I guess we could have like another sconce maybe in a couple places. Maybe one over here, like in the middle of the wall, and then we could even have one trying to think of, I guess like above the bed. Give him like a light. That's fine. I feel like that works. Yeah, I'm putting way too much attention to detail into this. I hope you appreciate how much I put into these silly builds that I enjoy so much. I might just put like the bamboo blinds in this one because it is like a bathroom. Okay, so let's see. Put these out here. I feel like that's the upstairs done. It feels good. I think it feels right. You know, you kind of got all of the necessities. I think for the dining room, I'm just going to do like a really long table, put like a china cabinet in. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I always think like, oh, should I have gone wider with this? It's hard to say. I might put that window there, though, just to kind of even them out. Put this one in the middle of the room. I think that's the middle. Oh, God. But I like the size of this house right now. I feel like it works, and I don't want to change it. Oh, God. I think we'll just put the 4 chairs on it. I think that's fine. Oh, maybe... I'm wondering... would we put a bar? I guess we could put a bar. Nothing too extravagant. Like this feels too extravagant. That's too extravagant. You just want something small. I wonder if, like, would it be better on this wall here? We could kind of just, like, push it back a little bit. Not so much that it's sticking out. But then we can kind of, like, tuck it against this wall. That kind of works. I like that one. And then on this wall, we can put the china cabinet. You have all your fancy dishes, of course. Can't tell if I like that one or if it needs to be a bit different. Because I want it to be wide. Then they get, like, so big. Then they get so big. I know those are bar backs, but I'm just, like, trying to get this to work. I mean, I guess I could just put a bunch, like, a couple together, even. Like, boom, boom, and boom. And then we could, you know, make the colors match. And make it more of the dark brown. Actually, that kind of works. I think I like that. They probably should stick out just a little bit more. And I'll adjust them nicely. Wha-bam. Yeah, okay, that works for me. I like it. Makes it look fancy. And we'll just have to put, I don't know, more pictures on this wall. This freaking house has so much artwork. It's ridiculous. I think it kind of makes sense though. I like the idea of putting like the extra chair over here. Like, oh, you have an extra chair if you need one. So put that there. We're gonna have to get another mirror on this wall here. And I know it's dark. I'll fix that in a second. Ooh, maybe just like something fancy like this. I feel like it needs to be bigger, but lower. Work with me here, game. I guess this one. This one works. Okay, so we need a fancy light above it. I guess just even like this. That actually works really well in this situation. And then we can have just something decorative, maybe like a plant. Vase of flowers from the middle here. Oh, we could get some flowers here too. Maybe just like at the end. Just have some flowers in here. Brighten it up, you know, make this place look really nice. I don't really want to. This place is gross. This place makes me uncomfortable. As it kinda should, you know? It's not a pleasant place. Let's just put it that way. So there's our dining room. I don't know if it needs a couple extra things. We can put some olives in a big old jar there. I don't want to put too much. So, dining room. So now onto the living room. I think we do need another fireplace. Maybe this door doesn't need to be here. And then we can have like a fireplace here. Just a couple fancy couches. Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to be good. The rest of this house is like, I don't even know what it looks like because I've only ever seen so much of it. So, should I care too much for the rest of this place? I mean, I can try. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Gotta have like a couple fancy chairs. I kind of like it. I don't know if we have a couch that'll match them. So I'm trying to think like, oh, should we have like a darker couch or like a creamy couch? We have this one. It kind of goes well. Kind of works. So I was thinking like having seating like this, a rug underneath, fireplace on that end with like a big old picture up top. We could even, I don't know if I can fit like a chess table in here. It was my other thought was to put like a chess table in here. Maybe something like this, because it kind of brings in the green and the pinks and purpley kind of tones there. I kind of like that one, actually. I was going to try to put a fancy one, but I kind of like that one. Oh, can we put the... I want to put the ship. I don't know why, I just think the ship makes sense. Put that there. We have a different color we could do. Make it stick out a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Maybe we could do like a portrait or something up on this wall. Something fancy. Put Vlad up here. The clown. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I could put the clown in his room. Hold up. I think we need to put the clown in his room. I'm gonna put it above his bed even. That's not horrifying. But he does have a clown, and I don't have any other way to put a clown in there. It works! Sorry, I got way too excited about that, but I like that. It's so perfect. See, I could put the Lady Mimsy in here instead. Maybe we just need a different one out in this hall. Can I get one of these? These might be too risque for this house. Maybe we can get this one to work, though. Probably not. I don't think Norma would allow this. God, no. Maybe this one? Just need a darker frame. Yeah, we'll put the dude here. I don't know who this dude is, but it's a dude. Can even have another one over here. I'm just putting a bunch of pictures at this point. Oh, God. Okay, so put those there. We have the Lady Mimsy above the fireplace. It looks so fancy. Very excited about it. Definitely need a couple more candelabras over here. Is the bronze better? No, I kind of like that one. And then another light this way. I kind of want it up on the the ceiling more so. That's perfect. See, I'm trying to get rid of all of these lights and have different stuff instead. That should work. I kind of like these. Oh, wait, you have a light there, so this one just needs it here. Very good. And then we'll have the same one again in the back. Where this is... I'm gonna make this the kitchen. That's probably enough for in here, too. Like, I don't know what I would put in here otherwise. This is, again, not something I've seen, so I have no idea, but I think we're kind of getting it to work, and I like it. Put a nice little plant here. That's good. Very good. Okay, alright. Oh, maybe we just need a side table, actually. Can I get a small one? I feel like that's a huge question to ask for this game. It's like every freaking side table is massive. And I've had people like yell at me before when I've said that, and it's just like, I think they're huge. They always look like big things. Like they're way bigger than you think they are. Ooh, that one actually looks really nice. And like sometimes, sure, I want like a bigger one, but I feel like they need some smaller ones so that they actually can, you know, function well in the space. We'll put a duck in here. That's good. Okay, okay. So now we just need a kitchen, and I think we'll be finished. Oh my god, I am so exhausted. This has been going on forever. Way too long to build this place, but you know, I pride myself on making this look good. So it better look good in the end. Don't tell me if it doesn't. Only tell me if you think it looks fantastic, because that'll make me feel good. You know, that's what I want. I want to feel good. I don't want to feel like I've failed you in some way. Honestly, though, I don't think I could. I think you guys are a little bit easier to please. I'm kidding. That's a lie. That's a lie, and I know it. Alright, I'm putting that more in the middle. I'm thinking I want a... Oh, the bronze one is cool, but expensive. You know what? Screw it. Put it in there. We're getting a bronze sink. I kind of want like a fancier looking kitchen. I love this one, though. I feel like I could get away with this guy. And then we do need an oven and stove. Oh, can we get like this one? I want to go old school. Let's go. Make it like match. Ugh. It actually looks kind of cool in here. That's fun. So we just need some cabinets. Ooh. No, that's too modern. Like, those cabinets are too modern. Because I was like, oh, we could use these with like the marbling and stuff. We could even go with like the brown. Is that too modern? Probably. I'm gonna go, yeah. Yeah, it actually is. Dang it. I went more farmhouse design because I kind of feel like, oh, that's got yellow on it. Oh, I hate the cabinets. Oh, shoot. Am I not going to have any cabinets that actually work here? Oh, maybe I can get away with mix and matching. Okay. Anyways, I went with more of a farmhouse design. Because I feel like it kind of is, right? I was saying like it's a bit of a Victorian, but I feel like it also has this like Victorian farmhouse look to it. Okay, these need to the windows need to come in. I don't know if this is gonna mess up the placement. Nope, that's actually fine. Perfect. Oh, except you. Boop. Good. Okay. And I wanted to make sure I could kind of like show that here. I guess you could just be an end piece. There we go. It's a bit of a long kitchen, but I like that. We just need a little bin. I'll put one right here. I don't know what I want on this wall. I wasn't going... I guess what we could do. Put the bin here, and we'll just have a little breakfast nook here. Just like a little round table and 2 seats. I think that actually is good. Even like those. Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah. There we go. Okay, lighting wise, no, I think that's fine. It might just need a sconce. I'm using this one. I feel like that works, right? Put a little sconce there. Maybe we could have one here. I don't know if I want another one in this room. Maybe one by the door? Here. Yes. Okay. All right. It's very simplistic, right? But I think it's good. I know I've probably said that a million times. That's fine. Deal with it. It's fine. We'll get some knives and I don't even know. Just some clutter on the countertops here. I think will work. I feel like they wouldn't have too much out, but this will be good. They're not gonna have any like fun fancy appliances, I can tell you that one. Oh, we maybe need just a hood here. Could even go with like the bronze look on this guy. Oh my god. Kind of like that. Ooh, actually that color looks better. There we go. Alright, so we have our kitchen. Good. Done. Like it. Kitchen, living room, dining room, hallway. I think last but not least, technically speaking, we're going to have to put in the basement. And I feel like the basement is going to be all easy and also hard. I don't know why. I'm putting an extra chair up here while we talk. Just because I feel like it's going to take forever just to put in like some clutter and things. Kind of regretting it, but I think we can just do this. You guys don't even have to be here. Look, I won't even make you be here. Alright, I'm actually having kind of fun putting together the basement. We have a bunch of clutter here. I gotta put some more clutter on these shelves. And then we have, like, the chair looking in the corner here. Some more shelves. It's a little step down into this area, but I think that's actually kind of fun. I think it looks good. I'm liking it. Kind of want a globe down here just to add something weird. I don't know. I think that's even a bar. Maybe just some boxes. I think that might be good enough for junk. Or maybe some, like, books. I want to get it on that second shelf. I don't know why I'm not, like, allowed to put anything on that second shelf. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I feel like that looks thoroughly cluttered. I am pleased. Oh, I just need it to look thoroughly cluttered. You have, like, antiques in the corner. Some barrels and old, like, you know, equipment. That looks really nice in a horrifying way. Oh my gosh, I think we've done it. I think we've completed the house. We have the whole little swamp area, and we have the motel. I feel like it was a lot, but I kind of love how it turned out. And especially like, oh, at the night it like glows really horribly. It's so good.
Good evening. I am your humble guide this evening, here to show you a quaint little property known simply as the Bates Motel. A modest establishment nestled in an unassuming corner of the world. It's the sort of place where one might stop to rest and never quite leave. Up there overlooking the motel is the old Bates residence, a charming home, if you like your charm seasoned with despair. This is the office. Guests check in here. Business has been rather quiet lately. Norman assures me he's had a steady stream of guests. He keeps excellent records, you see, very detailed. Each entry tells a story, where they come from, when they arrive, and curiously nothing at all about when they left. Norman's quite fond of his hobbies, bird watching, for instance, or rather, bird stuffing. He says they're peaceful creatures. I'm inclined to agree. They never make a sound. The rooms themselves are simple, but inviting. Clean sheets, warm lighting, the faint scent of mildew and mystery. This particular room is quite famous. A young lady once stayed here, checked in with a suitcase full of simoleons, and checked out with nothing at all. A tragedy, really. Still, she brought a certain liveliness to the place. For a while. The bathroom, a sanctuary of solitude, pristine tiles, a perfectly ordinary shower. One of the most famous bathrooms in cinematic history, and not for its plumbing. People always ask if the shower works. I assure you it does. Now let's take a short walk up the Bates Motel. It's a bit of a climb, but the view is worth the effort, if you survive the trip. Magnificent, isn't it? Old, brooding, and completely unaware of property value decline. This is the Bates' home, a place of warmth and whispers. You can almost hear the echoes of a family dinners, quiet arguments, and the sound of, well, something that isn't wind. This is Mother's room. She's resting at the moment. Best not to disturb her. She can be a little cutting when interrupted. Yes, well, we should probably move along. Norman spends most of his time in his own room now, when he's not down in the basement. Oh, but we won't go down there. Mother doesn't like visitors. But there you have it. The Bates Motel. Affordable, secluded, and memorable. The perfect place to rest your head, take a shower, and perhaps meet Mother. If you're traveling this way, there's vacancy awaiting for you. Do stop in, won't you?